Hello witches, Stragabella here. I'm making this video on junk drawers and clutter and things like that. I recently cleared this drawer out of stuff that had been sitting here unused for several years, hoping to make some more space for witchy type of items and stuff like that. I've mentioned before that I tend to change things sort of with the flow of the season and all that. Before I get rid of stuff, I usually push it over to either a drawer or a box or something so that it's out of the way. It's kind of almost to the point where it's gotten rid of. But if I decide to change my mind, I still can. So, that being said, I was going through a top drawer up here. This drawer and this one here is my makeup drawer with other stuff in it as well. And I was kind of going through stuff, and I thought it would be a good video to make because as I was saying, what can I save to use for witchcraft, I was pretty surprised that the majority of stuff somehow, some way can be used in witchcraft. So I thought I would just show you guys silly kind of examples. This is a block from years ago when my kids had a full set of wooden blocks, but what does this look like to you? To me, it looks like one of those incense burners. I'm sure I have a tiny one somewhere. It's like the flat thing, and if I put just a little piece of foil over the circle, boom, there I have one of those incense burners for the cone kind. I also put a bunch of handkerchiefs and like things that I would use as altar cloths in here. What are these? These are hankies from deceased relatives, so that I have link objects or something to help me with divination. I have a couple Bibles in here for the use in using Psalms. These little tiny ones are usually given free at different places. I got most of mine every year. I get some at the local fair that we have. I like the little ones that are army colored, but they have the New Testament and Psalms in them. Oh, and Proverbs too. For me, I would probably mostly be using Psalms or Proverbs if I was going to be using stuff in spell work. Proverbs has a lot of wisdom. A lot of magic is based on King Solomon and King David's books and things, and he's the one. Solomon wrote most of the Psalms, and it's a lot of really good wisdom and a lot of good magic to be found in there. Let's see what else. Pins and needles, as we all know, can be used for various things, from cleaning out stuff out of your little candle holders and such to hexing. Yarn, what do you call these, knitting needles, stuff like that. Obviously we use a lot of string, yarn, thread, and that. I actually have a whole drawer under that TV filled with shoelaces. I put shoelaces because when spells call for a cord of a particular color, shoelaces make excellent things for that. And mirrors. Mirrors, you can never have enough mirrors. If you do any hexing or reversal magic, mirrors are essential for that. And if you are just using a compact mirror that you're going to throw away anyway, there's no feeling bad about smashing it and breaking it so that you have pieces of broken glass. That's what I would do. I save the these tops from candles, because if wax is going to spill or you need a flat surface for stuff, it's kind of like a disposable thing. You don't have to feel bad if you wreck it and throw it away. Let's see, this came from dollar store incense. You can put a stick or a cone on it. I can't even believe how much stuff I came up with to save. And I don't know, maybe I'm just being kind of like a hoarder or a clutter collector, but I don't think so. These things that they give you with your sunglasses, black cloth, are very good for various purposes. Not only for cleaning stuff, cleaning up a surface. They collect dust real easy, but you can also use this for stuff like wrapping up a scrying mirror or small crystal ball. You can use it to wrap crystals when you want to keep the energy from, dispersing elsewhere. I have handkerchiefs from my grandpa. Oh, here's one of the actual, this is a real incense burner. See, doesn't it look just like the fake one? I have this huge bag of incense here. This is like enormous. That was with my house. So I think somebody was into witchcraft. Possibly several people, previous owners, because the cauldron I know was very, very old, as well as the stuff I told you guys about that I have downstairs hanging on my walls, especially the thing that was used, the candelabra, for waking people in the home. So I think, a lot of families from that time period, those old generations, even though they may have not called it witchcraft, it was witchcraft to some degree. They may have called it by a different name, but I think a lot of people delved into the occult arts. And I think maybe the guy who lived here previously, he had a couple daughters. So I think maybe they had some interest. They were Jehovah's Witnesses. But from what I've heard here on YouTube, a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses do end up going into witchcraft. I'm not exactly sure why that is. I know that it can be a hard thing to follow. It can damage people emotionally and stuff. But I don't know. Everybody has their own reasons and their own spiritual paths to follow. I save empty pill bottles for anything that I need to put in them. Also good for oils, because the caps seal very tightly. I kept this money eraser figuring if I don't have money, which I never do, I could use that as maybe a representation. Yeah, and other stuff, little stickers with bats on them. Oh, and I like these kind of tapes when I find this pretty tape with a design on it, because sometimes you do need to tape a tool or something, and it looks a lot prettier when it's, pleasing to the eye, rather than, just feeling like you use some man-made piece of tape on there. Got a little spider. So, this is me sharing my junk drawer with the world. I don't know what these are. Back in the day, I would have called these roach clips. I don't know what these are really used for. I don't smoke pot now, but I did as a teenager. And that's about it. I just thought I would share and show you guys that what is your trash can turn into treasure. Really. But if I don't use this stuff after a while, I can not feel bad about throwing it away. That's the good thing about junk drawers. It gives you a chance to make use out of stuff that would otherwise just be junk. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a lovely day. I am having a rainy day today. Look at this. This is cute. This is a puppet from when I was a little kid. Hello. Goodbye. I'm a giraffe. Blessed be.